Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. Today we are looking at Resident Evil 2, the board game. This is from Steamforged Games. It's 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, 90 to 120 minutes. And it is officially licensed from Capcom. So you do get quite a bit in here. We're going to see 24 plastic minis, 26 double-sided game tiles, 44 terrain elements, 155 cards, 4 health track boards, 11 tracker dials, 6 dice, 40 tokens, 1 rulebook, and 1 scenario book. So there's a lot going on here. It looks really cool. I haven't had a chance to play this one yet, but I am pretty excited to do so. So the box looks pretty generic for the most part. Looks just like the Resident Evil 2 game. So let's open this up and see what is inside. Oh. Alright, this game has a little trigger warning. And it's video game sequences. Paper got kind of janked up because it's pretty thin, cheap material. Alright, so here's our rule book. Nice size, nice layout, good colors. Shows you the stuff you're going to get, of course. Character profiles, how to play. There's a lot of pictures, so this shouldn't be too complex of a game. It's probably reasonably simple. Alright, so here's our scenario book. Pretty straightforward scenario book. And then we've got tiles. Let's just go ahead and pull all of these out and we'll look at the little stuff in a minute. Okay, so here's our first page of tiles. They're very dark, which makes it look a little lazy. The thickness is deceptive because they're actually not bad, but they look really thin when you first glance at them. But the fact that they're so dark just kind of betrays a certain level of laziness that the art team probably did, trying to set a mood, but coming off like they didn't want to do a lot of detailing. These are not numbered, so be aware of that if you have to replace some. You can't just look for board number 2 or anything. Here's the third one. They look okay. I'm not as impressed with these. These aren't zombie-side quality, but they look passable. Alright, so here we've got part of a dial. There's some little hearts. Typewriters. Some will look like crates maybe, or trap doors. And on the back of the hearts are little vials. And then we've got little life trackers. Handgun ammo chart. And these look okay. And we've got like the bow gun, ammo tracker, grenade launcher, the Magnum, some more handguns, some different tokens here, ink ribbons, blood splotches, some hearts, These look pretty standard. Alright, so let's get these out of the way, and we'll look at the minis and the cards next. Okay, so I think this is a Tyrant. This is the first of our minis. Kind of cool looking. Detailing's pretty solid. Its construction seems pretty good. Overall, an okay mini. I don't hate it. On the bottom, it does have the Steamforged Games logo. So, pretty decent looking mini. Alright, next up we have, if I can get it out of the plastic. We have this guy, looks angry. I know one of the Kickstarter bonuses was the alligator. And that was pretty cool to see that they actually did that. Yeah, so far I like the sculpts. They're not quite as detailed as a lot of games, but they're definitely more detailed than others. So you're kind of middle of the road here for detailing. Next up we've got some liquors. These are significantly smaller. I think that's what these are anyway. And of course it's got the Steamforged Games logo. Then there's a crawler one. Alright, then we get into the zombies. Now, since this does take place in and around a police station, we've got some cop zombies. It looks like there's 4 of this sculpt. So I put one down and stand one up so you can kind of get a top view of them. So we got 4 of that sculpt, and then we've got 4 of this one, where they're walking with an outstretched arm. Then lastly, for the zombies, we have this female walker that is dressed in like a tank top with jean shorts that are cut off. It's nice there's some variety. I like that there's at least a couple multiples so it doesn't get boring. You know, you've got a little bit of variety and you can kind of do different things with scenarios with the different types of zombies at least. Alright, then we've got dogs. Here's our first doggy. These look really cool actually. You can see sections of the side are like torn out. Then there's a different pose. A leaping pose one. And then one that's on like starting to run position. Okay, then we get into our heroes. This is And since this is a 4-player game, there are 4 heroes. These look okay. They could have been a little more detailed, but not the worst I've ever seen. Like the logo on the back of her jacket is garbage. That can't even tell what it is. So these look okay. There are some minor flaws with them, but nothing major. Pretty average looking minis, really. And that is the miniatures. Let's look at the dice quick. Oh, we've got a bunch of little black pegs to hold the dials together. Nothing too special. There are quite a few of them. And of course there's the different ones to connect it so it sandwiches together. I'm not going to open them because they're kind of pointless to look at. But there are quite a few of them in here, so be aware of that. Those should be reasonably easy to replace. Alright, let's look at our dice before we get to the cards. We've got 6 dice. We've got these 3. These are all unique dice, so you're going to have a bit of a time replacing them. And our black die is actually just a D6 with, instead of a 1, it's got the umbrella symbol. 2, 3, there's the 5, 4, and the 6 is across from the umbrella symbol. Well, these 3, I don't know what these symbols mean, so we'll just call these arrows. So, rotate them once. I think these are all the same. And that's the blue dice. Pretty straightforward. The problem is that there are only 3 of them, so you do not want to lose any of the dice. They're going to be very difficult and probably expensive to replace. I'm sure they have a replacement pack or additional sets you can buy, but after a few years, it's going to be harder and harder to find these with any reasonable amount of pricing. So just be aware of that. There's our red dice. So you get 2 blank sides across from each other. They're a little light in my opinion, but they seem to roll okay. Okay, so these don't appear to be in any order, so I'm just going to do them in the order they are. So here's a doorway card. Looks like there's a couple of these right off the bat. We've got a countdown to explosion. These might be part of the tension deck. And we've got another countdown to explosion. Then we have a monster card, the Birkin Stage 3. This is obviously their attacks. There's Decapitation, Impale, Jump Slash, Jump Slash, Combo Strikes, Combo Strikes, Berserk Swing, Berserk Swing, Brutal Claws, Brutal Claws, and Birkin Stage 3. So it wasn't a Tyrant, it was a Birkin. Whatever. Looks like a Tyrant to me. And I'll probably continue to call him a Tyrant for the rest of my life. Alright, so we got these Umbrella cards. We got a couple of these. And this is a Modified Zombie. These must be our enemy cards. Then we've got an Evolved Liquor. Then we're back to some of these. So we've got Entangled Vines, or Entangling Vines, rather. Another Entangling Vines. Unnatural Strength. Venomous Spray. Dragged Away. Tainted Wounds. Well, that doesn't sound good. Another Tainted Wounds. Another Tainted Wounds. Alright, that's those. And then we've got the G Mutant. And he's got Monstrous Sweep. Another Monstrous Sweep. Acidic Bile. A second Acidic Bile. Lurch Forward. Another Lurch Forward. Spawning G-I-M-A-G-O. Another spawn. And finally, just the G-Mutant card. Okay. Our next door cards are Rising Fear. Vigor Mortis. At the bottom of the card, it does say RE2 Core, C-O-R. So you know these are from the core set. So if you get any of the supplement boxes like B-Files or the Survival one, you'll be able to determine which cards go to which set if you go to sell it or if you're buying them used. And then Crimson Thirst. And our monster card is the Liquor. Alright, then we've got door cards. Vigor Mortis. Hideous Screech. Tough Hide. Another Tough Hide. Murder of Crows. Persisting Unease. And then we've got our monster card, which is the Zombie Dog. The art on here is really good. The monster dog looked cool on that one. The liquors look good. I like the blood effect on the cards. Pretty interesting card design. The cards, however, are kind of cheaply made. Blood Curdling Howl. As you can see on the back here, there's a little bit of stress marks from where they were just shrink wrapped. That doesn't bode well for long-term storage. So you'll want to sleeve these if you can, just to protect them a little bit. They're not that thick. They're not terrible. They're just not designed for long-term storage. Then we've got Prehensile Grasp. Another Prehensile Grasp. No Escape. Another No Escape. Echoes in the Darkness. All Clear. A second All Clear. Third one. Fourth one. Fifth one. 6th one, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. 14 all clears. Those you'll want to keep in the deck. Undead Ambush. Echoes in the Darkness. All clear. Another all clear. Another all clear. That's 17 now. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Alright, then we got a monster card. And this is going to be a zombie. Then we're into our character profiles. So here we've got Robert Kendo. Then we have Ada Wong. And of course, we have Claire Renfield. And then finally, Leon Kennedy. Oops, upside down. Okay, and that is all of the cards. All the big cards. Then we have the equipment cards, which we'll look at next. Okay, so our deck is divided into B, A, and S for starter, and there's a few locked items. So, let's see what we've got here. We'll go through it exactly as it's stacked up here, so that means we're starting with B. And let's see what we've got. MO disc, and we've got an A card, which is First Aid Spray. Grenade launcher, another third aid card, Magnum rounds, and we've got an S, which is First Aid Spray. Back to B, vaccine cartridge. Continuing with B, we have the fuse case, green herb, handgun bullets, more handgun bullets. Then we're back to A. Lab key card. And an ink ribbon. Alright, then we have a locked card. That's the MO disc. And on the back it says the Wolf Medal. Then we have an MO disc locked. And on the back we have the Eagle Medal. Then we're back into the B cards. And this is Blue Herb. Then we're into the A's again. And we have the Wolf Medal. Continuing with the A, we have the Eagle Medal, a Blue Herb, another Blue Herb. Then we're back to B with the submachine gun. Then we're at A again with the lockpick. And now we have a locked key, the lab key card. And on the back it says red key card. Then we're over to electronic, locked. And on the back, it says blue key card. The art is good on this. It looks like they took it right out of the game. So I do like that about the cards. They still probably need to be bagged just for preservation purposes, because they are not the highest quality. Alright, we've got another electronic locked card. And on the back, it is the blue key card again. Alright, then we've got a B card. And that is the blue key card. And then we have another B with an ink ribbon. Then we're back to A with the Magnum. Continuing with the A, we have grenade rounds. And then we are into S. Should look like this. And this is the first aid spray. It would hold still and stop moving around. Okay, so that's our S card. And then we've got two more locked cards. We've got the lockpick. And on the back of that, we have the club key. And we've got another lockpick. And that is also a club key. Then we have a B card, which is the red key card. Another B card, continuing rather. Custom handgun. Continuing with B, we have custom Magnum parts. And first aid spray. Then we're back into A cards with the heart key. Unlocks doors locked by the heart key. Continuing with A cards, we have the club key, bowgun bolts, and shotgun shells. Then we're back into B cards with the diamond key, the grenade launcher. Then we're back to A cards with the wire cord, the red jewel, another red jewel, and a red herb. Now we've got two starting cards then, two S cards. And first one is first aid spray. And the next one is first aid spray. Then we've got some B cards. So starting off with red herb. Next B card is the stars key. And then the bowgun. Then we're into A cards. We've got the spade key. Next A card is handgun bullets. And handgun bullets. Now we've got some more locked keys. We've got the heart key. And on the back of that, we have the stars key. Then we have the diamond key. And on the back of that, we have the spade key. Again, the art is solid on these. Card quality could definitely be better though. So the next one is diamond key. Second diamond key, I should say. And on the back of this diamond key, we also have a spade key. Then we have a B card, which is going to be the shotgun. Then we have an A card, which is a green herb. Continuing with the A cards, we have another green herb. Another A card is handgun bullets. Then we have some S cards. And this is the knife. The next S card is also a knife. A third knife, also an S card. Continuing with S cards, which looks like all the rest of our cards here are S cards. We've got another knife, handgun, 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 and handgun. Alright, so that's all the cards. There's quite a little stack of equipment cards here, and most of them look good, look pretty useful, obviously. I didn't see any surprise zombies or anything hiding in there, so that's cool. Okay, we've seen what's inside. The card quality is kind of garbage, but with some protective sleeves they should be okay. Otherwise, it looks like a pretty fun game, pretty standard average board game. It is a pretty heavy box, so if you're ordering this and having it delivered, order from a place that packages securely. But if you're picking up secondhand, this should give you an idea of what to expect in the box, and hopefully that's helpful. Overall, I'm looking forward to playing this. It looks really, really fun, and I'm excited to play because it is 1 to 4 players, and only 120 minutes to play a game is not that bad anymore for a game of this type. So I think it looks cool. Steamforged Games should have done a pretty decent job with this. I'm looking forward to playing. We'll look at some expansions for it and the Kickstarter bonuses in another video. And I want to thank my buddy Wyatt for letting me open his Kickstarter stuff. I really appreciate it. But that'll do it for this episode. We've seen what's in the box. You've heard my opinion on them. And that's going to do it for this one. So, as always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss future unboxings and reviews. And we hope to see you on the next one.